In this video, I'm going to teach you how to beat one of the most difficult levels in Super Mario 3D World, Champions Road. If you're interested in coding tutorials for 2D game development for games such as Snake, Pac-Man, and more, consider hitting that subscribe button. If this tutorial helps, smash that like button. We'll be using Rosalina. She's one of the easier characters to use. She has a spin attack and a double jump. To make this level a little bit easier, we'll be using a Racoon Power Up, but only at the very end of the level, so we can more easily navigate the laser rings of death. First, let's get the Racoon Power Up, also known as a Tanooki suit. You can find it in World 5, Level 5, and I'll show you exactly where it is. There are two power-ups, one at the start of the level and another at the end. The very first Racoon Power can be found at the start of the level in the question mark boxes. You can use the bombs to reveal the power up. Let's jump to the end of the level for the second Racoon Power. The second Racoon Power Up is also in a pile of question mark boxes, and you can use the same trick to safely retrieve the power up. Now we only need one Racoon Power Up, and we'll use this opportunity here to deliberately crash into an enemy so that we only have one Racoon Power stored away. Now we can go ahead and make our way to Champions Road.
Let's go!
For this section of the game, the first two jumps are easy. The third jump can be done with a double jump. For this part, hold your run button and make your way to the purple moving block. Jump at the edge and use your double jump if needed. Next, we have these fire bros to deal with. You can use Rosalina's spin attack or run right past them. For this next part, we're going to take the easy route and jump on the first block. When Chargin' Chuck charges you, go ahead and jump, then hold your run button and run in between the spaces of these blocks. We're going to do the same thing here. We're going to jump as Chargin' Chucks attack us. That last one, we're just going to use the spin move because we didn't get it quite right. And in order to move along these bricks, hold your run button and continue running. And before that last Chargin' Chuck, make sure to jump. In this section, you have to do a long jump followed by several regular jumps. In this replay over here, you can see that we're waiting for the brick to turn pink, and then we execute our long jump, followed by a regular jump onto the pink bricks, and then onto the blue bricks, and then if you need to, use your double jump if you're not going to make it. For this section over here, it's really important that you hold your run button. We're going to run from one section of bricks to another, and these bricks change every 1 second. Now let me show you a replay. We're going to run onto the pink brick, and then onto the blue while still holding the run button. Now we jump from this pink brick to the blue. We need to get to the edge so we can make it to that final pink brick. To get across, just use your double jump. The disappearing stair section over here is perfect for Rosalina's power. We're going to do 2 single jumps and 2 double jumps. So here we go. Single jump, then do a double, then a double. Let's take a look at a replay. As we walk onto the blue brick, we immediately jump to the pink, again to the blue, and then at this point we do a double jump, followed by another double jump, up onto the platform, collect our star, and move on to the next section. Next, we face off against 3 magic Koopas. The floor beneath our feet is falling away, so we can't stand still for too long. Use Rosalina's spin attack to easily take out one wizard at a time. Once done, jump into the orange warp box. This area is difficult. We have to avoid the swinging spike bars. However, you can follow this pattern that I have here. As we get onto this platform, we can use duck to avoid the enemies, jump over the swing bar, and as you can see, we can use the spin move to avoid getting hit. Over here, I hit my run button, run forward, avoid the spike bar, and then jump over the enemies. Quickly walk onto the moving platform, jump over the spike bars, jump over them a second time with your spin move, and then onto the other side. In this replay, you can see that we start moving right away. We jump over the swinging spike bars, onto the next set of swinging spike bars, and because we moved right away, the platform is going to be in the right position. Do a double jump to avoid the swinging spike bar, quickly duck to avoid the enemies, jump over the next swinging spike bar, and you can see over here, to position ourselves better, we use the double jump to avoid the swinging spike bar. Once we're in the right position, we move forward onto the platform. Now here I'm going to hit my run button. As soon as the swinging spike bar is out of the way, I'm going to run forward, jump over it, immediately continue hitting right, then jump over the enemies. Now we're waiting for the yellow platform to just touch the area that we're on. We're going to walk over, jump, double jump to avoid it, as you can see, and then over onto the other side where we collect the star and then go into the warp box. In this next section, we have a wall to climb and we have horned ant troopers in the way. However, if you have perfect timing, you can do exactly what I do over here. Let's take a look at a replay. This part is about perfect timing. If you look at the left-hand side, when the enemies hit the edge, we're going to start our jump. As we jump, we're going to jump over each section of enemies, except for the ones in the middle where we need to use our spin move. For the last one, we can jump over that as well, and we're up at the top. For this next section, we're going to encounter the Piranha Creepers. Hold your jump button to jump higher and go left to right, and at the very end, I'll use my double jump, or you could use that last Piranha Creeper. Next, we jump into the moving water. Use your jump button to swim. Make sure not to press the direction stick down, otherwise you'll fall out of the water, and pushing up will move you closer to the bricks behind you. As we get closer to these red blocks over here, make sure to avoid them, and then as we get close to the blue block, start to swim up really fast, hitting your jump button. And then over here, just let gravity take you down, and then navigate through these blue bricks. And then as we pass this red part over here, go ahead and swim all the way up and bob your head. And as you're bobbing your head, get to this position right here. And as the red brick moves, hit crouch, and you'll go into the pipe. This is the final part where we use the Racoon Power Up. Timing is very important. We'll place Rosalina here and start running 2 seconds after the laser appears. 1, 2, and then we would start running. So this time, let's run. 1, 2, go. So we jump over that first laser. Now as we approach this section, we're going to jump over that laser and glide onto the platform and do this over and over. And because our timing was right, we don't have to worry about the lasers. Because of our perfect timing, we're able to get the star, and then we'll go ahead and get our first key. Now notice I'm going to stay in this back area, glide, and jump into the empty spaces, which allows me then to go get the key before the next set of rings come. We'll do the same thing here, avoid all the rings, go and get that third key, try and make it back to the middle over here and into an empty spot, go and get that fourth key, and now all we have to do is get that final key, so try and make it into an empty spot again, wait for those rings to disappear, and you saw I was a little bit worried, so I jumped an extra time. Now all we have to do is get into that warp box after getting the fifth key. I'd like to point out that I made that look really easy. In practice, it's very difficult and took me a really long time to master that area of the game. So don't worry if it takes you a lot of tries. At this part of the game, you can finally relax. It's super easy. All you do is travel through the pipes. As you hit each letter, it lights up and it spells thank you. When you get to the end, you can go into the warp box where you'll be greeted by all of your friends. This is where you can find the final flag. You might as well collect all the coins and take it in. After all, everyone's here to congratulate you for beating the most difficult level in Super Mario 3D World, Champions Road. Slide down the rainbow bridge to collect the coins, and then head on over to Toad to collect even more coins. Make your way up the platform, collect the stamp, get to the top of the platform, and then jump for the top of the flag. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please click that like button. Consider subscribing for coding tutorials that even include some 2D game development. As with this game tutorial and my coding tutorials, I try to explain every step I take to get to a solution.